Are you live streaming this?
Not live
Is it going
stream.
to be on your YouTube channel, Ron?
Well, I wanted to, do one of those tours like the SUV people do.
Oh yeah, these are
You need to get a cute girl in here.
the locking button.
Show you everything. That's how they always do it on YouTube.
I know, in a bikini, right?
Yeah.
I know.
This is the cassette toilet.
Yeah.
This is the command center up here. Even got some more storage up there for your window shades and stuff. Yeah. All right, and this is the Dodge
ProMaster.
ProMaster. Captain's chair, 3 big cup holders. Oh. So it's all broken in now because you got a lot of miles on it, right?
About 1,300.
Yeah, that's all broken in.
Down here's all our plumbing.
Yeah, as you were saying, the gray
Freshwater and gray water, and
yeah.
then a backup freshwater tank so we can swap it out.
How many gallons will last you per trip? Like, if you're doing a 3 or 4 day trip, how many gallons?
Yeah, we've been going through about 2 to 3 gallons a day, but we haven't been trying to conserve. So
right.
I think like you could get more out of it.
And you could just go like to Walmart and buy some gallon water and just pour it in there, right? Or
yeah, I mean any place that's got water.
Yeah. For the fresh water.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just get a hose and probably fill up the gray water.
There's like rest stops usually have like a water spigot and stuff too.
Yeah. And then this is your door. Oh, everything's kind of tied in right there.
Yeah.
A lot of little locks, and you move that to the side, press that down. Yeah, so things don't go.
Yeah.
Flipping all over. Be careful with the beer after a rough road. Oh man, that was so cool.
Yeah, and then walk-in cabinets where we got our cooking.
I like how that, and it just you feel everything feels solid.
Yeah.
And tight. Yeah. Nice.
And then all the power is down here.
Yeah. The inverter.
Yeah, so this is a battery plus an inverter plus a solar charge converter. And a DC to DC charger. So basically it can charge off the alternator. If you have a solar panel on the roof, it can charge off that.
Oh, okay.
And then it has an inverter to run AC. And then the rest of everything else, like these lights, are on DC.
Oh, okay.
And like the pump for the water, that's on DC.
So you don't need like propane or anything?
No. The only thing that burns anything is the heater down there.
Oh, yeah.
It's under the seat. And that taps into the gas tank for the vehicle.
Okay. And then like at night when you're sleeping in cold weather, that you just run.
It gets toasty.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It's got a little thermostat right here.
Oh, nice. Just next to next to your head there, and
so you can turn that on, set how long you want to run it,
and then run your exhaust fan so it doesn't get too dewy.
Yeah, and then the burner vents out. It has a little exhaust pipe on the side of the van over here.
Right. Yeah, I kind of figured that would do. So you're up here just rolling. This is a high commanding view as well. It's like probably higher than inside my truck.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really easy to drive too, because these things are delivery vans.
Right. They have to go in and out of cities and such.
Yeah. And so they drive these around my neighborhood in Seattle all the time.
Yeah.
All the postmen use this exact same van now.
Yeah, because it's narrow enough. You got great visibility.
Yeah.
And then of course I'm sure you have backup camera and all that kind of all the goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tow haul mode, so that when you decide to put your what's it called? Side by side. 4x4 side by side. You liking it, Ada?
You like it, don't you?
You like it, huh? This is...
Yeah, she loves it, except for when we're on windy roads. She doesn't seem to love that too much.
Yeah, because she doesn't have any bracing or anything, huh?
Yeah.
But she has a bed back there. So the bicycles can go down here. This is the garage, basically.
Yeah, down there.
I mean, it's her home right now, right, for her bed. But...
Yeah, we didn't bring the bikes, so they were just kind of junk down there right now.
And you had it like measured out or something, so they'll fit, or...
Yeah, they'll fit. It's kind of a standard size.
Okay.
And there's some, what do they call it? L-track, like the stuff they use for airlines to tie things down for airplanes.
The hooks.
So we'll use that. They have like these L-track adapters for bike stands. And so we'll get a couple of those and stick those back there.
And then that's extra storage here, like these things lift up.
Back there,
That's
there's
awesome.
some storage. Yeah. That's kind of all the like van stuff.
Yeah.
So we got a hose back there and some traction boards in case we get stuck.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
I just bought a set of traction boards. Yeah, they're just hanging in the garage right now until because I figured winter is here.
Max Track.
Yeah. And then I have my hand crank winch because I don't want to get an actual winch.
These things just pop off.
Oh yeah.
So you can kind of use them for your clothes.
Right, and then when you're sleeping, it doesn't hit your head or anything. You just take them down.
We've just been leaving them on actually. It's
you're
yeah.
Okay?
I haven't hit my head on it yet.
And you're like 6 foot, so this is good distance for you here across?
It's 6 feet across.
Oh, okay.
So that's actually why we wanted this van.
Yeah.
One of the reasons we wanted this over the Sprinter is that these are about 6 inches wider.
Okay.
And so you can actually run the bed this direction,
way,
which means you can get the shorter van.
Yeah. And then put that in your driveway and stuff. Yeah.
So it's a lot easier to negotiate because our neighborhood is really, like the streets are really packed.
Absolutely. Yeah. You have like a little step. You got it, Ada?
No.
Oh.
We've been fine.
You've been fine with that.
They're,
because you guys are young and
I was going to say they're young.
Yeah, when you get older, you get a little stool that you just throw down there.
I didn't want to mess with the clearance.
Yeah,
that's
I meant
right.
like a little one that just sits
like
there.
Like a little stool.
Yeah, and sit it out there kind of thing. Yeah. What are you getting into, Ada?
She's trying to get her ball.
Oh. Base camp. This is the one that did the conversion.
It's a VanWorks.
Oh, VanWorks. But so the base camp, what is that? Is that the van itself?
That's the model. Yeah.
The model. Okay. Awesome. A lot of cubby holes.
Yeah.
1500 ProMaster VanWorks. And then of course you have the commercial lights up on top.
Yeah.
The same reason the Raptor has to have lights because they're wider than 80 inches.
It's got a port on the side, a power cord if you want to charge it. Like I've got a little plug here. So
Yeah.
Okay. Like extension cord into it and charge it up, but because we also have the thing that charges from the alternator. We've never, like on this trip, we haven't gotten below about 90% charge on the battery. So yeah, that's a night of running the lights and running the heater and all sorts of stuff, right? So I think like we could easily go spend 7-8 days probably someplace before the battery actually ran out.
Oh yeah.
And especially during the summer too, during the winter, running the stuff a lot longer.
Yeah. Yeah, the summer you probably not even running it.
Yeah, it's the vent fan too.
Especially where you are. Like, depending on where you're going.
See the vent fan right now is taking 8 watts to run. It has a little
Yeah.
And right now it says it's got 99 hours of runtime left. So it's actually, it comes with, that's the most of the show.
Right.
It has, you used to see the actual number, it's like 130 hours.
Oh wow. Yeah. All right, you got it.
Frisbee time. Thanks for opening that up.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a little
You
messy.
didn't tell us about the windows.
The windows, yeah.
They open.
Yeah. So
See, that's the way to vent if you were concerned about the gas.
Yeah.
You could leave like that.
Yeah. And then these bunk windows open up.
Oh, and they open too. Yeah, that's
And then
nice.
it's got the vent fan on it.
Especially in the summer.
Yeah.
Was that this thing?
Oh. It's plumbed back
Yeah.
here for, you can actually put like a shower hose on there.
Oh,
for
you
like
got
an outdoor
that.
shower.
Yeah.
Do you have like the curtain and everything attachment?
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we had to take showers when we got here.
Yeah.
Well, if you were
But you have like
boondocking,
a few things, like a list of stuff to get.
Yeah.
Yeah. How much does it tow? It's a pretty big,
I don't know.
2-inch.
Yeah, it's a full regular tow hitch. I don't know how this thing goes in.
yeah, that's okay though. But the if you boondock far enough out, you don't need a tent.
Yeah.
Shower tent.
Yeah.
You know, if you're out in the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere.
And we actually have a little propane-powered hot water heater that can just like sit outside the van and run off a little propane tank. And,
So you can hook up your Jeep and drag your Jeep around so that when you camp, you don't have to drive around.
yeah, I actually sold my Jeep.
Oh,
I bought a Tacoma.
okay. Okay. I shouldn't have asked.
What's that?
Shouldn't have asked. No, this is nice, man.
Yeah, this is awesome. I like how the doors actually open out with the tops further out than the bottom. Like if you look at it, when they open, they kind of do this. So it kind of gives you a little bit more if there's things around, you can kind of open it, and it still gives you a lot of space in here. Yeah.
See, because you back this up, and you have all those red hills in Zion, you know, and you just, in the summertime, open up and just hang out on the bed.
A lot of people get screens for the back too.
Yeah.
So they can do that. Just sit there with the back open, don't get bugs in there.
So is that what you're going to do here? Like or you have the those are the panels that you pop in, or
so we have these covers. I can show you actually.
That just pop in?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to trouble you. I was just wondering how you did that. The overall height. So this is 7.5 feet. So that's what, 8? Looks like 8.5, maybe close to 9.
Yeah, close to 9.
Close to 9 feet. Yeah.
At least. And then you have to allow for the vent.
The vent, yeah, especially if it's up. Yeah. So you just have to be careful going into like drive-throughs and things to see where the. Oh, it's magnetic. Look at that.
Did VanWorks supply that?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, all the stuff came with it.
That's blackout, so you don't see anything, right?
Yeah, and it's got a reflective insulation on the front.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah, and I mean it's deep tinted, so you still aren't going to see in, but you can get away by parking in a Walmart parking lot in a pinch and stuff, and not be bothered too much overnight.
Well, you're allowed to park in Walmart parking lots.
Oh, that's right. Walmart does allow that. Yeah.
Some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one down here doesn't.
Yeah.
Most of the city ones don't,
The
but
city
out,
ones currently have,
small
stopped doing
towns,
that 'cause people were starting to live in them.
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah. They pull out
But
their
on the
barbecue
side,
pits and stuff and trash.
Yeah.
Roadability.
But we actually had to stealth camp last night over in Utah because I was telling Ron the campsite that we were supposed to camp in was totally snowed in.
Oh.
And so we couldn't get into it. So then, like, we had to change plans, and it was getting late, and so we ended up just finding a little spot on the street. Put all of our, window covers on.
When you say Utah, do you mean like in a city or like in just a small town?
It was a little town.
Okay.
Hurricane.
Hurricane.
I'm sure they probably get passers-by doing that, and they probably don't complain too much about it. Yeah.
As long as you keep a low profile.
Right.
Because
there's a ton of these I saw, at least on the way here, going up through Kelso and SEMA. That's where, they're more than likely not going to be taking the 15. They want to get off the beaten trail, but I was like, is it because I know Rob has one that I'm seeing more of these?
Probably.
But I've also been watching a lot of YouTube videos on campers because I'm just interested in them, as we were talking about last night. I like the idea of just being able to up and get away.
And lie down.
And lie down whenever you want to.
Not cramped in a cramped position.
For me, the real draw is just being able to get someplace and then you're set up.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
That's one of the downsides of that. We were talking about like the pop-up camper one. It's low profile, so it's good for like off-roading, but then you have to actually pop it up. But they do have some that you wouldn't be able to stand up in it, but you can at least get in there and sleep if you needed to, because they'll have like that extra bed.
Right.
But if I was a camping man, I would definitely get something where you could stand up and move around. This would be like a perfect size. But since I don't camp that much, if I were to venture into that in the next few years, I'd just get like a camper shell on the truck, get that slide out for the supplies, get the bed, the heater, Home Depot bucket toilet, stuff like that.
Yeah, we thought about going that direction with my pickup, but it's really nice being able to get into the back from the cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are two reasons we decided to go with this instead of the Sprinter. Three actually. One is that Sprinter is really crazy expensive. The second one is maintenance, especially they're almost all diesel, and they have this really complicated diesel exhaust system.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of these crazy German systems where it's got a whole bunch of systems in line that are all reliant on each other, and if one part of it goes out, you have to replace the whole thing.
And they have to send to Germany for it, so you're laid up.
Parts, yeah. But it's like $10,000 if you have to replace the diesel system.
Oh, wow. This is gas.
This is gas, yeah.
Yeah, 87 or?
Yeah, just regular 87. It's the same motor as your Jeep.
The Pentastar?
Oh,
yeah,
Dodge.
The Pentastar V6,
really?
yeah.
That Pentastar?
Yeah.
Drive this big thing?
It doesn't weigh that much. It probably weighs about as much as your Jeep. It's all empty space.
Yeah. It's just the frame that probably is the heaviest part. That metal frame, yeah.
Yeah, it's not that, but when you put in all the cabinetry, and that's more weight.
A little more because of that.
Yeah.
They use a lot of lightweight. Like all the cabinets are a little
I would think the frame is still the heaviest, you know, because it's probably a steel frame, body on frame kind of thing, which is good though because of the towing. I bet you the towing capacity is pretty good on it too.
What was the third reason?
The width. It's a little bit wider than the Sprinters, which means you can run the bed horizontally.
Right, you mentioned that. Now, what was your experience with VanWorks?
It was...
You just called them up and filled out the application online and sent them
give them a deposit.
the down payment?
They helped me buy the vehicle with a local dealership.
Right.
And had it delivered to their facility.
Yes.
And I just filled out the build sheet and then added whatever I wanted custom to it. So like I wanted the bigger battery system.
Because you know I've gone to their site and messed around and never pulled the trigger on that thing.
Yeah.
And so you didn't visit them at all?
No. They've been around for a long time. They have a really good reputation. So I felt okay going with them.
This is pretty good. So the towing capacity for the high roof is 6,700 pounds. So pretty good amount of, like a car trailer, like a Miata on a trailer. The trailer is 1,500 or 2,000 pounds or a decent one. So then you could throw a car in there. But if you have like a side by side or something, but then what's really impressive is, where's the high roof? Is the payload 3,763. So even if you have you, Susie, the dog, and all your stuff in there, it's probably no more than 1,000 pounds, and you've got like almost 2,500 pounds to spare.
Yeah.
So you can, you know, your bikes, all that kind of stuff. So look, and that helps the towing capacity because whatever's not weighted on the vehicle, it's not going to come off the tongue or the towing capacity. So you can actually tow to that maximum because you're not even near payload. That's pretty good, man.
Do they?
Well, I mean, it's a carbon.
Do anything to your suspension? Special.
No.
So this is
totally stock,
the regular vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay.
It rides well off road, on road, and everything.
Yeah, I mean it's a van, you know.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually designed to ride heavy.
Yeah.
You know, like when we drive the U-Hauls, you have a packed U-Haul and it's smooth, and then an empty U-Haul, it's like jittering.
Yeah, I was telling Susie, I think we could actually afford to remove one of the leaf springs. Just run one leaf instead of two, because it's set up like you said to carry 3,500 pounds in the back.
Yeah.
And we don't have anywhere close to that, so it feels a little stiff in the back.
Right. Yeah, you can go softer because you're just never going to load it with that much stuff.
Yeah.
What you want?
And of course, you know, you can lift them and do all sorts of stuff.
Lift?
You can lift them, yeah.
Then your center of gravity will really be high, because that's a lot of clearance there. You know, just looking at that. Yeah.
The worst thing is that solid rear axle. Like that's your lowest point on the vehicle.
But still, you don't plan to be rock crawling.
No, exactly. No.
You know, forest roads, BLM roads.
Yeah. And it's front wheel drive anyway, so like you're not going to get that far no matter what you plan to do.
Yeah, so then you're really set.
Yeah.
We like it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'll probably take another tour when Fred gets here.